Okay, so in response to so many cool YouTube videos about boxes and so forth, I guess it'll be tour time. Hopefully you can hear me. The fans running in the background. It's super hot today here in Florida. So we'll start with the main boxes. I don't have brand new shiny epics like a lot of the guys do. The box on the left is a 70th anniversary Snap-on KR1000 that my pops purchased in I think 1991 or 92. The box on the right is my KR1000 that I purchased in 1990. So they're very sentimental. I've had other boxes, I've had epics, I've had all those different things, but these two I always come back to because one, of course, being my pops, that was sentimental, and the one on the right was the first big Snap-on box I ever bought when I started about 35 years ago. So those are the main boxes, and over here is my working cart that I work out of every day. It's a Matco 6-drawer. Got a great deal on it. My Matco guy Daniel is a great Matco guy, always works with me, helps me out, and I work out of the cart about every day here at Toyota. And since I do so much heavy suspension and things like that, it's really loaded down for doing that kind of work, putting cars back together after accidents. So we'll start with the cart. Up on top, magnetic rail, a couple of lights. I keep a couple of tins handy right there because I use tins a lot. Down in the top, we've got axle nut sockets. I use the most to the left. Impact 3/8 on the first rail, triple squares Torx, 1/2-inch drive deep and shallow. Lug removers, also 1/2-inch drive flex, 3/8 drive flex, 3/8 drive standard right there, some splines, and every manner of bit, and Torx and inverted Torx, some wobble deep 3/8, some shallow 3/8 wobble, some big stars, big Torx, some super big Torx, and of course on the side you've got go get 'em's fingers, long extensions, lady finger, rolling head pry bar, and on the other side same thing, some long handle screwdrivers, big pry bar, and a couple of smaller pry bars. I keep my 1/4-inch Snap-on 14.4, 3/8 Snap-on 14.4, and my Milwaukee screw gun on the little rack there on the end. So that's the top of the cart. First drawer down is mostly 1/2-inch gear, ratchets, extensions, breaker bars, line-up tools for putting wheels back on. Hardly ever use standard at all anymore, so most of that stays in here. I've got some flex standard, regular set of just regular sockets, 1/2-inch drive standard, bit set, some wobble deep standard, and then of course all manner of adapters, 1/2-inch to 3/8, 3/4, etc., etc. And then most of my 1/2-inch drive tools and extensions are in this drawer. Next drawer down is more of a battery drawer. My Snap-on Long Boy, 1/4-inch, 3/8, and then some of my Milwaukee Sawzall, my big 3/8 Snap-on gun, my 1/2-inch Matco gun, which I have literally had for 25 years, and a set of those new Icon ratcheting wrenches. I bought those at a pawn shop for 50 bucks. They were still in the package. So I use them from time to time to just hold nuts on top when I'm running stuff up into cradles and so forth. Next drawer down is the electrical drawer. I am somewhat of an electrical guy. Test lights, amp pound, relay jumpers, fuel injection Noid light set, some test leads and probes, and then my Snap-on Master test lead set with an amp and meter and everything. We'll open this up. So you got Snap-on test leads, meters, everything you need to do basic electrical diagnostics. So put that in there. Next drawer down is my electrical junk drawer. A lot of robot leads, a lot of hand tools. This is my borescope. Goes on my tablet. Torch, another torch up here, some fusible link wire, backup extra meter, electrical tape, so forth. Just different things you would need, some door key programmers. It's more or less an electrical junk drawer. Next drawer down is my power probe. Still use it. Power probe test lead set, my battery tester, some junk trays, and then all the caps and leads from my radiator filler. This is an old 3/8 battery impact Snap-on. If you find one in the pawn shop, don't buy it, it's junk. Last drawer down, my radiator pressure tester, my big boy Milwaukee half, my stubby half, die grinders, long reach die grinder, an extra hammer I keep in here, and just some miscellaneous stuff, brake pedal, caliper depressor, and so forth. So that's the work cart. This is my teardown cart, electrical cart. I do all my soldering out of here. So in there you've got some snap-on pliers and stuff with soldering tools, heat shrink, etc. So we'll move over to the main box. We'll start with the box on the left. Both of the hutches I built myself. They're lit and have all your power shelves in this one. On the other one, I've got some pegboard, my big screen for doing all of my diagnostic work on the screen, so forth, some catch trays and different things. I use the lighters for heat shrink, Streamlight big and mini, my Streamlight headlight, and of course keyboard and mouse. Over here on the right is all my assorted goodies, relays, fuses, hardware, bulbs, brackets, terminals, all that kind of stuff with some chemicals. Up on top, all the accessories for my Maximus 3.0, battery chargers from Milwaukee, Snap-on, my laptop, my printer, and a couple of lights and some junk. Under this hutch is my Toyota TechStream, which is our factory scanner and computer. Next to that's my Maximus 3.0, and then my Solus Edge from Snap-on. Speaker, jump box, just miscellaneous stuff, some office stuff over here. My big boy fan because it's hot, and different things like that. So top drawers in the 1000. This is screwdriver drawers, starting with some old Craftsman soft handle Torx, long reach snap-ons, pick sets, the super long picks, short picks. Over here you've got snap-on screwdrivers, the new style, the mid to old style, extra long Torx, ratcheting screwdrivers, some radiator tools, and then a set of Mac picks, screwdrivers, etc. That's the top drawer. Moving down one on the left, Allen wrenches, steering wheel puller, Ford crankshaft tool, adjustable wrenches, feeler gauges, just some miscellaneous things. Next short drawer down, my Mighty Vac, my brake caliper tool, stud extractor, some engine cleaning brushes, tubing tools, cutter, and flaring tool, and so forth. Old Honda tool for busting the harmonics loose. Next drawer down is punches, chisels, some more miscellaneous tie downs, some old school brake tools, my thermometer, laser pointer, an old air gauge, an old compression gauge, some spinning cups, and unibits, things of that nature. Next drawer down, drill bits, new and old, Hansen stud remover, short and long Irwins, Snap-on bore scope, old punch set of numbers and letters back when I used to build alternators about 30 years ago, an old drill bit, some old Snap-on left-hand drill bit sets, and so forth. Next one down, got my Matco Master tap and die set, handheld file set, an old Craftsman tap and die set, smaller rivet gun, bits for my Snap-on air hammer, some long reach files. Next drawer down is some air tools and stuff, bunch of junk in the top section, but I don't use air a lot anymore unless it's my air hammer, my big 3/4 gun, my cutoff tool, and just different air tools, my big air cat ratchet, Mac die grinders and so forth. Just hardly ever touch air anymore now that everything's gone to the battery. So we'll move over one. Second drawer down is pliers. On this side, just your standard hand pliers, channel locks, hose clamp pliers, special picks and pliers for using fasteners and clips, oil filter tools, and so forth. So that's your plier drawer on this box. Next drawer down is my 1/4 inch drawer. This is all 1/4 inch. Ratchets, miscellaneous, extra deeps, standards, metrics, some flex and impact. These are universal E-sockets, universal Allens, some drive handles, long Torx back there, some bits, lots of extensions, air ratchet, some extra miscellaneous, and a gear wrench set, some old thread chasers back there, some old distributor wrenches, carburetor adjusting tools from back in the old days. So that is the 1/4 inch drawer. I don't have all my sockets in one drawer. I keep them separated by a drive. So that's the 1/4 inch drawer. Next drawer is the 3/8 drive drawer. So what you've got here is ratchets on this side, Wobble Plus extensions, older Snap-on extensions, short, mid, and deep impact. Some more Torx bits, some snap-on deep chrome wobbles, short wobbles, 12 points, regular impact wobbles, micro impact wobbles, Allens, some more Torx inverted, spark plug, all spark plug, some snap-on Allen bits to snap on super shallows, some crow's feet. So this is the 3/8 drive drawer. Below that's 1/2 inch drive and 3/4, going back a ways. So I've got 1/2 inch drive, chrome, impact, huge sockets, some old Ford, you guys remember the old axle sockets and stuff back there. Old front end alignment tools from back when we used to have A-frames that had to be moved around and shimmed. Some 3/4 drive sockets and a big bar. Old school torque gauge. Some big 4-wheel drive sockets. That's the backup 1/2 inch drive drawer in addition to everything that is in the cart. Next drawer down is a junk drawer, so to speak, but it's still got a lot of stuff in it that I use. It's just a lot of really old stuff that was Pop's that I refuse to mess with and get rid of. Some of his old things that have been in there for 30 years or more. Slide hammer and C-clamps, different things like that. Some clutch lineup tools, some pullers, and just different things. Next drawer down is air conditioning, old school stuff. A lot of clutch pullers, clutch holders, old days of doing air conditioning on R12 systems and so forth. Cooling pressure tester sensor, the old days, halogen leak detector, just different old air conditioning tools and things like that. Some pipe wrenches, fluid extractor, just some old stuff at Pop's. Down from that, some more cases, my big boy rivet gun, another rivet gun, oil filter wrenches and stuff. Some old stamp testers, old simulator tester from OTC, soldering irons, just some older things. Moving over to the right hand box, top drawer, that's personal drawer. Next drawer down is kind of a junk drawer. Everybody's got one of these. Mirrors, magnifying glasses, O-rings, little micro screwdrivers, razor blades, different stuff like that. Everybody's got a drawer like this, chargers, cords. Next drawer down is my panel poppers and so forth for doing dash and upholstery work, some hog ring pliers, caliber, a digital caliber, some miscellaneous junk in here, some lights, razor blades, hose pinch off pliers so you can shut hoses down when you got to take stuff apart, and upholstery tools. Next drawer down is measuring and chemicals. I've got levels, angle meter gauge. I do a lot of calibration work, so I've got some metric tape wrenches as well as regulars, and then RTV, wire ties, different things like that. Sorry for the noise, guys, putting the doors down, it's getting late. Next door down from that is my fuel injection master test kit from Matco. A couple other pieces with that. Next drawer down, my impact driver, my steering bolt grip puller set, extra parts for that, some hacksaws, tire repair kit, some old AC inside micrometers that were Pop's. And then the big drawer under that is all cases, 3/4 drive sockets, compression test kit, 12-point and 6-point axle nut sockets. And I use a lot of seat belts and stuff to pull motors and hold cradles up and things like that. So that's that drawer. Moving over to the top right is my parts drawer. Try to keep it organized and separated. Supplies, batteries, bolts, fasteners, clips, cookie disc, everything just about you need. Next drawer down is another pliers drawer that's got my long reach hose pliers, all my vice grips, my big boy snap-ons, wheel weight pliers, some micro screwdrivers stuck in there. Next drawer down is wrenches, all standard. This is all standard. Offsets, extra longs, shorts, flares, all different type, gear wrench, so forth, extra big, extra angle. Next drawer down is Starch metric wrenches, some offsets, flex heads, a gear wrench, set of snap-ons here, set of snap-on shorts, snap-on angles, protecting fuel flare gauges, a couple of slam gauge bits, extra long gear wrench with the flex head. Really like those for getting in tough places. Next drawer down continues wrenches. Gear wrench from 1/4 all the way to 30, or from 6 all the way to 36. Some little fins, some ratcheting, some extra long ratcheting, a couple of snap-on extra longs, and some micros. Next drawer down is my Vantage, which I still use to this day. A couple of pullers, another bolt flange puller kit, gear wrench, 1/2-inch drive torque wrench. Next drawer down is fuel disconnects, specialty sockets, snaps from a grease gun, power steering puller, small code reader, and a fuel and pressure vacuum gauge. And the last drawer, hammers, my Autel TPMS tool, my tool for doing terminals, my cooling system evacuation tool, inner tie rod tool, and some forks and lady fingers, rolling head pry bar, things like that. The big boy pry bar over here on the side, and a couple of lights. And then down on the other side is, everybody has this kind of junk, your underhood lights, your funnels, some catch-alls, some gloves, chemicals, and so forth. So that's the toolbox tour from behind the wrench, and hope you got it. If you like it, comment below. Love to talk about tools and so forth. Been at it 35 years. Thanks for watching.